you sons of the Most High, and inherit the crown of life from our Lord Jesus Christ. We who are not rich in the world's goods have been richly provided for, and so have wealth in many good things and abundance rich in joy. The kingdom that we build on earth is not built by earthly means, but by the love and laws of Christ, who is the King of Kings. Fight the good fight of faith, people of God, unstained and without reproach before the eyes of men. Run the good race, you sons of the Most High, and inherit the crown of life from our Lord Jesus Christ. For though we live in corrupted flesh that craves its lawless ways, we yield to Christ and the power of His word and the Spirit of Him who saves. Through tribulation, trial, and death, we advance in one accord. To know Him, praise Him, love Him, serve Him is our great reward. Fight the good fight of faith, people of God, unstained and without reproach before the eyes of men. Run the good race, you sons of the Most High, and inherit the crown of life from our Lord Jesus Christ. When the sea turns red and the mountains into dust and the stars fall from the sky, when wicked men from their thrones are cast and martyrs fall.
Africa, malupaganiso kondorayo, izo imitandazo Yesu, kosi sigelera tina, lusaporayo, murena buluka sitabasa Yesu, ufetise titwale mateyego, usiburuke, sitabasa Yesu, sitabasa South Africa, South Africa.
Good day. In our journey to holiness during COVID-19, even though the household we are responsible for cannot meet in person or online, we have committed to calling each member every week and praying for them individually.
In our journey to holiness during COVID-19, even although we have had to distance ourselves as a couple from each other, we sleep in different rooms, etc., as I'm an essential worker and Daniel has a lower immune system, we have still been vigilant in making quality time for each other.
God bless.
I believe that leaders are the last to eat and also the last to speak. I believe on that all the time. And by doing so, I just like an idea about what I'm going through and all that. I am a co-owner of a school, and we have around 100 teaching staff all over the country, and around 60 non-teaching staff. So with these COVID issues happening, so all schools are closed, and it has been like 3 months that we are really struggling to survive, just on the survival phase. And I ask myself, how am I going to feed others? Okay, knowing the fact that 80% of our parents, they couldn't pay for whatever reasons. They couldn't pay. They were also struck by the pandemic. They don't have means as well. So without payments from our clients, how are we going to feed our employees? How are we going to give the salaries? How am I going to feed my people? These around 200 people that's on my shoulders is really very, very heavy. So I've been asking God to enlighten me and help me to be a vessel of blessing and how to feed them. So let me go back to that feeding of others. For the first month, I saw the accounts and I said, okay, I'm going to give up 80% of my salary just for me to just for us to help the accounts so that all my people will be able to have their salaries. Second month, we are now working and then getting some funds from other sources. And then I told myself, okay, let me give up 90% of my salary so that at least we're not going to remove some of our people. The third month came, still the accounts are bad. So I told the finance, I'm giving up 100% of my salary. But still, the money that I have given up was not enough, and we had to remove 30 of our people. It was painful, beyond painful. I was depressed. I think sadness is an underestimated term. It's beyond sadness that I have felt because I know that these people, these 30 people, they've got families that they have also to feed. But there's nothing more that I could give. I have already given up, even the last cent, in order for us to keep on going. Um, so I think this is also a way of like dying for others, like in the number 4. As a leader, you have to die for others. And it's only through God grace, it's only through especially the CFC that, keeping me alive, happy, and enthusiastic, and just to give and give and give until this pandemic will be over. And I would also like to use this opportunity to thank our CFC family and especially the people that CFC brought last year and also in December. They have fortified my spirit massively by giving all these sharings, all these seminars, everything, especially when Tita Laura and Tita Joy also came, as if that they have helped me to become very strong so that in this kind of situation, I am mentally tough and I know how to give myself completely without complaining. Might be the challenges that hinders me to fully commit is that the feeling that I'm not good enough and that my life is not perfect and I have so many shortcomings and even giving up 100% of my salary and even telling them that all the supposed to be profit and bonus that I'll be receiving until the end of this year will be given back so that the people will have the salaries that they have. I still feel that I should have done something better. Perhaps we should have not, brought all these laboratory materials last year. We should not have started this building or acquired new properties and all that. There's so many, but as if, I think that I should have done something better. And sometimes I'm punishing myself because of that, and I really hope that God would help me accept and then let go. And so I would like to also thank each and everyone to that this opportunity was given to me to unload my pains. And these 30 people, I really pray that things will get better and I'll be able to get them back, or God will give them something better. Thank you so much.
There's a call going out across the land in every nation. A call to all who swear allegiance to the cross of Christ. A call to true humility to live our lives.
Hello, my name is Abel Gabuza, Archbishop Coadjutor in the Archdiocese of Durban, South Africa. It was in our plans for me to visit the Philippines to participate in the anniversary, the 39th anniversary of the Couples of Christ movement. But those plans had to be shelved because governments throughout many parts of the world have gazetted lockdowns, and in this country, South Africa, we also have a lockdown. We cannot move out of the country. So we are grateful that we have this facility of being able to speak and use social media and many other items. But I wish you all the best as we remember that the theme is holiness at home, in our homes. And in a way, the lockdown has made it possible for families to be together, to promote holiness at home. And so we, in a way, the negative part of the lockdown has been that we cannot move out. But the positive has been that, we have been forced to be in our homes, spend more time with our families, pray together as a family, have everything together as families. And so during this celebration, the 39th celebration of the Couples of Christ movement, we pray that the Lord will continue to bless each and every couple, that the couples will become missionaries who preach about love in the homes, love for each other, and the love for the children. And so I bring you the greetings from South Africa, and I say to you, wherever you are in the Philippines, celebrate, enjoy, may God bless you, especially on this solemnity of the body and blood of Christ. May God be merciful upon you. May you become witnesses of holiness, of justice, compassion, and the mercy of God. Thank you.
A congratulatory message to Couples for Christ on the 39th anniversary of their formation. The Catholic tradition has a most valuable phrase which helps the Church whenever it is in a crisis and needs to find a new direction. That phrase is sensus fidelium, the sense or the feeling of the faithful. The time when I experienced this sensus fidelium most forcefully was when the cardinals gathered to elect the successor to Pope Benedict XVI. During the pre-conclave meetings, one cardinal after another called on the new pope, whoever he might be, to renew the Church and, where necessary, reform her. After his election, Pope Francis lost no time responding to the sensus fidelium, and he did this by calling a two-stage synod, which was to consider how to renew or reform the Church, beginning with marriage and the family. What we witnessed or rather, what we lived through, was a process which saw the sensus fidelium expressed by the cardinals merging with the sensus fidelium of the laity. And the fruit of that coming together is, I believe, a church that is ready and open to receive family movements, because these family movements are the best site where the renewal and the reform can take place. So your motto for this anniversary month is very appropriate. Holiness from the home, healing for the world. Sensus fidelium is clearly challenging CFC and the Church to lead the way by showing Catholic couples how to make their home a real domestic church. That domestic church is the source from which the renewal of the church will take place. And the church, in turn, is the place where the renewal of the world will take place. So I congratulate Couples for Christ on this anniversary with this prayer that throughout the coming year, as you seek to show holiness in your homes, you will bring healing to the world. May God bless you, and may every couple be truly for Christ. Thank you.
Hello, my brothers and sisters. On this joyous occasion of the 39th anniversary of the global community of Couples for Christ, on behalf of South African brethren, Joe and I bring you warm greetings of love and peace.
You know, the CFC seed is planted in South Africa for 20 years now. In this time, we have been inspired by the many testimonies, teachings, and examples of answering the call of the Lord, traveling across the seas in joy and with much tribulations to faithfully serve God here in South Africa. This anniversary celebration, South Africa would like to honor these brothers and sisters. From the GMC and the UAE, we've had Joe Thaler, Rockwell Ponta, Ricky Koenka, Jimmy Legan, Annie Maipad, Michael and Carol Schuck, Bads and Agnes Elika, Dadong and Indai Banena, Mario and Joy Diesel, and Eugene and Joe Wilbur. And not to forget our own country heads, past country heads, Keith Collins and wife Ursula, and Keith Sampson and his late wife, Olivia. We note the following couples: Errol and Miggy Martinez, Ruel and Man Aguirre, Andy and the late Flo de Guzman, Hernan and Marivic Fuentes, Danny and Annabelle Abutas, Romuel and Bert Gracia, and Rico and Amy Gamo, our current mission workers.
Not to forget the many individual brothers and sisters for the different ministries: Singles for Christ, James Ariella, Vincent Saplot, M.K. Mungwane, Z. Deperi, Karen Bajor, Chacha, Jen Constantia, and Dennis Kubelas. Our handmaids of the Lord: Dori Sarmanto, Hermina Gomez, Connie Baldo, Marisol Lynn, and Sister Mate Flores. Youth for Christ: G.J. Ramos, Servants of the Lord: Charlie Lays and the late Jomar.
Over the years, they have been faithfully to God and have been tilling the vineyard of South Africa, providing support to families to grow in holiness. And so with joy, we join all our CFC brethren worldwide in celebrating 39 years of God's faithfulness and grace towards our community. And in conclusion, my brothers and sisters, let us extol the Lord as in Psalms 30. Sing praises to the Lord, O you his saints, and give thanks to his holy name. Amen.
Amen.
And may God be praised.